Alright, y'all, I'm going to start off by saying this is fairly old footage. What we want to do is just kind of get you caught up on where the truck sort of is and just kind of play through. I had recorded this previously, but you can't hear me over the truck running, so we're just going to drop the audio out of it and just basically listen to me. But this is a 1990 R3500, obviously a square body dually. So this was done by a custom company, I want to say like CVI or something like that. It was an Outlaw out of Joplin, Missouri that did like this interior package of it, but it's an extended crew cab, so it's kind of like a Megacab. The seat in the back actually slides forward and folds flat into a bed, and we've got it all gutted. I've got new carpet for it, and I'm going to redo all the interior and stuff. A lot of the rust that you're going to see on it throughout this is just due to them doing a terrible job at it, basically. So the dash, as you can see, is not right. It is out of a 2017 Silverado. The cluster is out of a 2010 Escalade. I've replaced every bit of wiring in the truck with Escalade wiring. So everything functions as it would in an Escalade. It's got dual zone climate control and all that. Cruise control functions. I've got the whole steering column in it. I mean, it's pretty much an Escalade shoved inside of this square body. Alright, on to the engine. So the engine is out of a 2009 PPV Tahoe. So it's a 5.3 liter. Completely rebuilt it in my little shed. It's still got the original pistons. We had it honed out by a local machine shop in that tiny shed right there. I put new rings, all new bearings. It's got a Texas Speed Stage 3 low-lift truck cam in it. Speed Engineering, I believe, stainless headers, swap headers. It has Tejas Motorsports motor mounts. A Volant intake that I picked up from the swap meet. It's got dual batteries. That's what the police package has. So I got all that. Original fuse box, everything. That's the radiator out of the Tahoe. All the hoses, fans, everything functions as it should. As you can see, their zip ties are still ironing out all those details. So let's listen to this exhaust note. Got a good little chop. Yep. So this is how we found the truck originally. So I had seen this truck years before, buying some tires off a marketplace from this fella, and I seen the truck and asked about it, and of course it wasn't for sale. And then it popped up on Marketplace, and my at the current time girlfriend bought it for me, and that's why I done wifed that up. So that's mine now. Let's see. So I think she's going to look at some of the rust, and again, the rust is from them improperly lengthening stuff. Basically, they just slapped these together, welded them, bondoed over it, and just sent it. The bed has also been shortened as much as the cab was extended, so there's rust there as well. The actual truck is solid, all the doors, everything. So this is how it looked when we got it, the original dash. Everything was in really bad condition. I know a lot of people are going to be upset about the dash swap, but I wanted a modern interior and what I think is the best truck ever made. So there's the Outlaw emblem. So that was the company. It no longer exists, but there was a lot of cool things in it. This is it coming home for the first time. This was being dropped off at my family's farm at the time, and we needed to get things together, which is the engine there. Did a little mock-up on it. Silverado headers didn't end up fitting, but inside of the engine was pretty clean. This one failed due to collapsed lifters for the displacement on demand stuff. We got rid of that. I believe that was going to the machine shop or coming back. I don't remember. Painting it up. It's Ford blue. I don't care. I love it. It's a good color. My son Charlie helping me put it together. Cleaning some pistons there. Ended up soaking those in Chem Dip. Came out like brand new. Just a whole bunch of pictures of us getting it assembled. Again, in that tiny little 7-foot by 7-foot shed. It's a transmission we picked up from the junkyard. It's a 4L80E, I believe out of a 2004 or so, 2500 HD. We ended up pulling it apart, put a Transgo HD2 kit in it. And got it all cleaned up. Primered. Painted up. Do it for Dale. Getting the truck loaded up and bringing it home so we could actually start working on it. Pulling it with a little F-150, not a problem. Cleaning up the engine bay, getting ready to put the engine in for the first time. It was the only way I could figure out how to get the engine out of the shed. Yep. Reworking the entire engine harness, which I ended up having to do a second time. No comment. Cutting out the original dash. Oh, yeah. It's going to anger some people, I know. That's mocking up the Escalade HVAC unit. A lot of things at first were zip ties, but there's a full structure behind it. All the metal, the original metal bracing. Everything actually works as it should. It actually mounts in by all the original bolts and everything, nice and solid. First start. Lights wired into the Escalade wiring harnesses. Turn signals and everything operate as they should. I've now got everything's working. Highs, lows. Here's the first drive, I believe. Yeah, we were going to the gas station to put some gas in it for the first time. So this would have been the very first time we got to drive it. It's always the most scary part of something you put together, so many pieces. Like how we pull up in the bagged square body, just laid out, fueling up as we come in. Yeah, the steering shaft ended up falling out. And then a brand new transcooler that I just installed is leaking. Victory burnout. Y'all, that's about the end of it. So try to get this out, let y'all see. I know there's a lot of pictures, so hopefully me doing the voiceover kind of helps break it up. Like I said, this is old footage, like going back at least 2.5 years or so. I believe probably at the point of the first drive was over a year and a half ago. So the truck's been sitting and patiently awaiting, and you know how it is. You get big projects, you get burnout, you kind of take a break, move on to something different, and we got enough projects laying around that obviously we have plenty to bounce around on. That kind of keeps me motivated. I'm ready to get back on the dually though, and that's why we want to get this introduced to y'all. Let you kind of get caught up where we are. We have a full suspension of us doing a suspension video of us installing the front airbags. We're currently waiting on the 4-link, and I've got tons and tons of parts for this thing, and I want to start filming and sharing with y'all our adventure on this truck. This is definitely a big dream of ours. This is something that we plan to take the kids on road trips and experience. We have a camper that actually will go behind this truck that we'll be fixing up as well. I don't know how interested y'all will be to see that, but we have an old 80s, 90s model. It'll kind of match the truck, and we kind of want to do the same thing with it. Gut out the inside and make it all modern inside, but all retro on the outside and cool, and just something that we can take the kids to experience things with, drive to Disneyland, just cool things. That's the whole basis behind this truck. So I hope y'all enjoy the video. I appreciate y'all watching. Take it easy.